love Caribbean travel and soft sand between your toes, or the taste of smooth rum and getting lost in island beauty? If so, then you've come to the right place. Welcome to the Caribbean Castaways podcast. You are about to embark on a journey where you will learn about everything the Caribbean has to offer, from the best beaches and places to stay to the best restaurants and things to do. Everything you need to know to get the most out of your vacation and become a salty Caribbean castaway. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your hosts, Caribbean travel bloggers, Rum Shop Ryan and Castaway Crystal.
Okay. Hey, Castaways. How's it going? Welcome to the Caribbean Castaways podcast. My name is Ryan, a.k.a. Rum Shop Ryan, and I run this Caribbean travel blog with my beautiful wife, Castaway Crystal. She's not here right now, so you just have me. We are Caribbean travel bloggers, and we're here to help you find the best that Caribbean has to offer so you can have the best vacation, have all those memories and just enjoy the islands the best that you can. If you like what you guys hear on this podcast, please subscribe to us and leave us a review. We would love to hear from you and know what you think. We would be so grateful, and if our paths ever cross in the islands, I'd be happy to buy you a rum drink. So thank you very much, guys. Today, we're talking about Aruba, specifically about leaving Aruba. So I have a very important tip to tell you guys that involves the airport and flying out, and this tip could really save you some time and a whole lot of headaches. And I'll tell you about our experience leaving Aruba. Have you been to Aruba? We all know that it has great beaches, the famous Eagle and Palm beaches. We rented a really cute Airbnb in a neighborhood just behind the high-rise hotel district there on Palm Beach. We had a fantastic time. The island has great shopping, tons of things to do. It's a very arid island. Not sure if you knew that. There's cactuses everywhere. Cacti, I guess, is plural for cactus. But it's a really neat island, and we had a great time. But let's get into this travel tip to really help you guys. So when we were there on Aruba, we heard several times that we needed to be at the airport 3 hours early before we departed Queen Beatrix International Airport. We've never arrived 3 hours before a flight. It's usually around, I'd say, an hour and a half to 2 hours we usually show up, and it's pretty low stress. Everything's great timing with about, our 2 hour window. But everybody said 3 hours, and it's a good reason they did, and I'm about ready to tell you why you are going to need all 3 of those hours. So Aruba also has U.S. Customs there, kind of like if you've ever been into Nassau, they also have U.S. Customs there. It makes it a little bit easier for you or have connecting flights in the U.S. You don't have to go through U.S. Customs at the airports, long lines there. So it's a little bit easier, but Aruba does something a little different, and it really makes things kind of bottleneck there in the airport. And I'm going to kind of walk you through the departure process and tell you what happens and where you can save some time. So always keep that passport handy. You're going to need it a lot. There are a lot of little checkpoints in the Aruba airport. Like I mentioned, they also have the U.S. Customs there. Saturdays and Sundays are your busy days. Lots of people coming to island, lots of people leaving the island. So if you're arriving or departing on a Saturday or Sunday, just know there's going to be a lot more people and lines are going to be longer. So once you get to the airport, obviously you're going to go into the check-in counter. You're going to check your bag if you have that to deal with. And then you're going to go into a little photo kiosk. It's one of these little booths that you walk into, the gates shut behind you and in front of you. You put your passport in, you scan it, they take a picture of you, the gates open, and you walk out. So that is how you get cleared out of Aruba Customs. So no big deal there, but that is another place for a line. From there, you're going to go through security with all your carry-ons. There is no TSA pre-check line for the Aruba security station. So like any security station, no shoes, laptops out, toiletries out, no liquids, your normal security checkpoint. After that, you are then ushered into a very large room with 2 baggage carousels. where you're going to reclaim the luggage that you just checked at the counter. I'm not sure what the whole process is. I'm sure they have a great reason, but this room is full of luggage, and you're going to have to find your flight's luggage. You're going to have to find your luggage in a huge pile. It's not really piled up, but they have it kind of all lined up, so you will have to hunt for your luggage. And then once you find your luggage, you're then going to enter another area. This area has restaurants, and it has some gift shops. And what you do or don't do, you don't want to make this mistake, because we actually did. Don't get distracted by the restaurants and the gift shops. I got distracted. I went into a gift shop. I bought a map. And as I was standing there waiting in line, I saw the line for the next stop, the U.S. Customs checkpoint, back up. So it was super frustrating. And if I wouldn't have bought that map and got sidetracked there, we would have been pretty far up in the line. So once you get your luggage in the big room, you go into this area with restaurants, just keep going. Don't get distracted. And then that next line is going to be for U.S. Customs. So this is where you can use your global entry. So you can't use it at the first checkpoint, but once you get into the U.S. Customs side, you can use global entry, and it's going to save you a ton of time. Crystal and I did not have global entry at that time when we were in Aruba, so we had to wait in quite a long line. So you're going to go into customs. They're going to see your passport and do all that stuff. Leaving that building, you're now going to recheck your bags. So you're going to place them on another conveyor belt. There's 2 of them. Make sure that you know which conveyor belt your flight is using, or else your bag is going to end up somewhere in the ether and you will never see it again. I mean, you might, but it might get lost. So you don't even run that risk. Make sure you know what carousel your flight is using. Then you're going to stand in another line to show your passport and then go through yet another security checkpoint. Shoes off, laptops out, toiletries out, all the same security thing. I was completely blown away by this second checkpoint. I don't see the need for it because we already did it. But apparently once you get through U.S. Customs, they want to do a security screening again. This does not happen in places like Nassau. It's one security checkpoint. But here in Aruba, you are going to go through it one last time. So again, that's going to be a nice little bottleneck. That's going to take up some time right there. And, all this might seem, very long and a very exaggerated departure process. But all in all, it did go pretty smoothly. Everybody's super friendly there. There was no grumpy guards. There's the stone-faced custom agents that you see in a lot of places. That didn't happen here. Everybody was super friendly, and it really helps you relax and enjoy this grueling type of departing process. But if we did not listen to all the people that told us to arrive 3 hours early, and if we would have arrived 2 hours early like we typically do, Crystal would have seen a severely stressed out Rum Shop Ryan. And, I don't like waiting in lines, and it's just it's the worst. But I was able to somewhat relax because I knew we weren't in a super big hurry. So our advice, follow the 3-hour departure rule and get there early. It's going to save you a lot of stress, and it will be great in the long run. And once you get through all that process, there are some restaurants in the airport, so you can grab a bite to eat there. And what we did, we found a cute little bar, and we had our last beers, Balashi and chill beers there, and kind of toasted our adventures on Aruba. So I hope this departure Aruba tip helps you guys. Just know that there's a bit of a process there. Make sure you get there 3 hours early, and you will have no problems. If you guys like cocktails, so I do have a cocktail book that you guys can grab. It's called Castaway Cocktails, and there are 52 drink recipes. Some of your classic Caribbean favorites like painkillers and rum punch and things like that. And then there are a dozen or so custom-made cocktails for you guys that I whipped up throughout my many years of creating rum cocktails. So if you like that, go ahead and grab that book, and that link will be in the show notes. So thank you very much, guys, for listening. We really want to say a big thanks to everybody. We would not be able to do what we do without you guys. I also want to know how you're listening to us. Take a screenshot of the app that you're using, and then go to Instagram and tag us in a story or DM us that screenshot. We would love to see how you're listening, and I'll send you a personal thank you. But yeah, that's about it. If you guys would like more Caribbean travel information, please head on over to rumshopryan.com. And that is it. Thanks a lot, guys. Cheers.